It's a little something I didn't get around to telling you guys. You get right down on there, each of those QR codes on each of the products I just figured out take you to a direct link for the instructions. Okay, I have printed out the instructions off of the QR code on the bag, as well as cut some Spalted Tamarind blanks here. They're stabilized Spalted Tamarind, and I laid out all the parts with the drill bits, the bushings, and everything that came with it, and we'll follow the directions step by step and head over to the lathe. Okay, so the drill bits are okay. They're not the highest quality I've ever used. They are sharp. They're high-speed steel. I would prefer a brad point bit here personally. So if you already have a 10.5 and a 12.5 and brad point, you'll probably get a tighter run-in. That little point in the bottom has a tendency to want to just drift a teeny bit. That's a preference issue, not a quality issue. But I would prefer a brad point in this kit. But did the job. Got a nice clean hole. Now when I'm doing a pen with a lot of figure like this, after I've drilled my holes, I like to come back over and just hold it down nice and tight. Oops. And just draw a line across the middle here. So we know that this is the surface we want to match up when it comes back to it. So we'll get them glued up that way. We'll make sure that these ends are the ends where our tubes are all the way to the end. That way when we push it together, we're not losing material there, we're losing material off the ends when we do our barrel trim. So I have both pieces now drilled with the appropriate size hole using the drill bits provided. And I've got my brass tubes lined up. It'll be easy at this point. You can't stick the big tube in the little hole, so you don't have to worry about keeping things completely organized properly. But I'm going to sand these with 240. I'm going to use some medium CA to insert them. If you guys haven't seen my previous pen tutorial, I cover every step in very, very tight detail. I'm going to skip over a lot of that here and not show it on the screen because everyone knows at this point should know how to glue a tube into their blank. And if they don't, there's a video. I'll put a little link right up there. Yeah, there's my finger. Right up there, that's where the link will be. So you guys could go watch the pen tutorial if you want more detail. This is more a review about the tools that came with the kit and how easy the kit is to put together, and then the final look, if it's a nice looking pen kit that works as advertised. Okay, it recommends putting the smaller diameter blank on first, which is the longer of the two. And we're going to keep our line we drew towards the middle there. We'll get that one on first. Now we have the option of going ahead and putting a spacer bearing, which I'm going to do. Just put a little 7mm spacer here. It's not in the directions, but I like to have a little bit of space between them so I don't overdo it. Large bearing, the mark we made, facing towards the inside so we can keep our grain line up nice. See if that'll fit on there nice and tight. Yeah, it fits on tight. Another bearing on this end. And I'm going to go ahead and, just for giggles, call that good. So then I'm using a mandrel saver type of end there. This is a standard PSI kit. Give it a little crank, line these up nice, make sure it feels good and tight. It's not going to move around real easy. I'll spin it up. (2,000 RPM, no problem. So I'll go ahead and get those turned on a time lapse for you. Get back to putting it together. Okay, those turned out pretty nice. They stayed tight the whole time on the bearings. That's a good sign. Everything lines up nice. All I did is a beeswax finish on this. That seems to have the nicest organic look and maintains that feel of the wood. When I put a CA finish on something, to me it feels plasticky. That's just a preference. I know a lot of people could get a beautiful shine with a CA finish, but once you pick it up, to me, it just feels artificial. I want you to still feel the organicness of it, the natural wood that we're working with. So let's get this over to the bench now and follow the instructions on how to put it together. A little quick tip: when you've taken off your parts, before you put them away, make sure that you have your keep all your bearings on your mandrel. You won't have to worry about losing them. And in the end, look at that. Got two really pretty parts there. And they lined up, the grain-wise lines up quite nice. So we should end up with a pretty pen. Since I've never done this before, I'm going to walk through the whole process. I've got our upper, thicker part of it is the upper barrel. For that, we're going to need the center band assembly. And that appears to go in the lower section. So we've got to make sure now that we're lining up our grain again. So picking which part's the lower. Okay, that's our lower down there. It's going to be this section here with the pretty grain. So that's our lower. So this part is going to be pressed into there, it appears. So let's go ahead and get that pressed in first. Now I'm using a Miles Craft unit here. Been really happy with it. And we'll see if that presses in smooth and easy. And it does, with no cracking or issues. So there we have our lower screw together part already assembled. And now we need to put together our spring clip cover cap assembly. This comes in two pieces. So here's our decorative portion, the clip there. And then we have a pretty, I'm using silly words here, but we have a top cap. Looks like it has a little epoxy or acrylic ball in it. This would be something where, you know, like the Mont Blanc pens or something would have their logo up here. So this has got a nice shiny ball. Not sure what it's made of, doesn't say anywhere. So all we have to do is stick this portion through. We'll put that here. We have to kind of decide, do we want it on the section there? I think I'm going to put it on the opposite side of that, on this kind of plainer section. We're just going to get a start on it. And we'll use our pen assembly jig here again. I'm going to use soft end there. Looks like we're tightened up. Let's see if that presses in nice and easy. It does. So get a little push there, and there's our top cap. So that turned out quite nice. So that's got all the threaded components. We've got our little spring clip there. This will be screw on the top. So the second portion now is we've got to put the bottom together. We have a nib coupler, which appears to be this component here. Now the individual parts in the bags are not labeled, but they give you a pretty good picture if you download the instructions and print them out. It's not like you're going to get lost. No two things look exactly the same. The only one that is close is this nib part, but it goes all the way through. And then the top cap, where you put the cap on when you're not using the pen. So it looks like the first part we want to put in here, I'm going to put them together individually, and we want to keep it going up so our grain matches. So this bottom gets the nib coupler, and it appears to me that the screw-in part goes to the bottom. So we can get that there. There's a little gasket, and we'll go the soft direction this way. I think I'm going to pull back one more slot here. And then we try to line that up nice and straight before we go. Should give us a nice little push until it locks in place. That's pretty good. Now what I liked about this is you notice it had a chrome washer that flushes straight up if you turn your barrel the right direction. That's pretty cool. A lot of them don't have that, so you still have this exposed wood. So that's a neat feature. It's something I hadn't noticed till now. And then we have the cap part. It's called the end cap assembly. And we should be darn near close to having this pen finished here. Which is kind of interesting. I don't like these little Ziploc bags. I need to hire a small person to come in here and do that. Oops, I dropped my trim ring came off. Now, which direction does the trim ring go? It looks like it goes up. So notice if that trim ring comes off, it's got a shoulder. So make sure that you put that. Oh, thanks. Dropped in an easy spot, guys. I lucked out again. So make sure when you're putting that on that the shoulder is. And can lock that in place. Now we can push that one in nice and flush. Boom. I will show you that I did damage it right here. You can barely tell, but there's a little bit of the thread that's ripped off. No one would notice except for me because I just did it. So not proud of that, and it will make this one an unsellable pen. So it says to the rest of it now, cap assembly opposite ends. We got that together. So the cap goes on like that. It also screws on over here. So that's what the pen's going to look like when it's all said and done. Now to the part that I've never done before, guys. It talks about doing the ink. So press the end cap assembly to the lower barrel, which we've done. Press the nib coupler into the opposite side of the lower barrel. So we've done that. Press the nib coupler, okay. Press the ink cartridge or ink converter. Cross your fingers that I don't get ink all over the place here, guys. The directions on this part are a little sparse. There is a video, so I should probably go and watch the YouTube video, but we're out in the shop. I don't have YouTube out in the shop. If you look inside, there's just a little hole here. I don't know if I can show it in camera. But right in there, there's a little plug. Draw the ink up into it this way. There's a little plunger in there, so that's how that one would work. Again, this fountain pen business is different for me. I don't think I punctured the hole all the way. So once it's in there, I think you really have to, there, hear that snap? That snap seems to be the magic. So I was just a little too timid. So we'll screw that back together. Now see if our ink pen works. All right. I don't know how long it takes for a, oh, look at that right away. Oh, look at that. We made a fountain pen. So, my conclusion, beautiful pen. Directions are, there's a few spots I think the directions could be better. This part back here was fragile. I broke it when I was taking everything apart, which was a little bit of a shock. But top comes off, pops back on the end up here. And again, we have a got ourselves a pen. That's pretty cool. All right, so my full review opinion. First go, always tough. I also, somehow, with the threads, everything's not lining up the way I had anticipated. It's close. Oh, there, give it a good twist. It's lined up now. But, so really have to pay attention to how you're lining up your pieces here to make sure that your grain stays fluid. Again, directions could use a teeny bit of upgrade, a little bit more work on that. I'm gonna go watch the YouTube video on how to assemble this and see if it's just, I should have watched that first, and I'll probably make that recommendation to watch that video on how to do it first. Now, the big thing about this pen, this is a sub $10 kit, not counting the Spalted Tamarind blank, of course, but a sub $10 kit. That's pretty impressive for a fountain pen. I think you could easily make profit. I took a lot of time making the blanks on this because it's stabilized tamarind. It takes quite a bit more time to finish. But all in all, I think this is a great value. I do not know what shipping and taxes will end up being, but if you just look at the cost, sub $10, fountain pen kit, really high looking quality, nice spec. I think that's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive, guys. So my vote right now would be a recommend based on price and value. Ease of assembly, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 6. But maybe all fountain pen kits are 6. Like I said, it's my first fountain pen. It comes with all the things you'll need, so you don't have to buy new tools or extra stuff. When I put the second one together, I'll have a little better idea about, now that I'm familiar with everything, I won't make any mistakes. Might be a lot easier. But there it is. That's the StrongInk. It's our StrongInk pen kit right there. Fountain pen kit for the PKFT-2 in chrome. Put in the comments if you're going to give this pen a shot, or what you think of it if you buy one. At that price, it's really worth the experiment, I think. And I'll put a link down below. I don't think I'm getting any affiliate stuff or anything like that, guys. I'm just putting a link down so you know what it is I'm playing with here. They sent it to me for free. There's no expectation they're going to compensate me in any way other than asking me for a review and let me turn something I never turned before. All right, well, guys, till next time.
Get out there and turn something.